Manchester United's hopes of retaining the Carabao Cup are over, and so are Arsenal's hopes of winning it. But we do have more Premier League action coming up. This is Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot in Mouth, but another one of a mixed bag. Another mixed bag one because it is just the Carabao Cup.
I think it's just been a shit bag for United, to be honest.
It's the last thing they needed, really.
Yeah.
To go out in the way that they did. But look, it is, again, like I said, it is just the Carabao Cup. When we lose, it's only the Carabao Cup. And
to be honest, even when United won it last year, I didn't care that much.
I cared more than you did, yeah, for United. And I think it will be disappointing for Ten Hag. Because this obviously was supposed to be quite a turning point for them, finally ending the trophy drought. And spirits were high, when it did happen, and understandably so. Like we said, it was a trophy drought, but this was at least a winnable competition with Man City being knocked out so early. But then again, you guys went up against the team that knocked them out, so...
Yeah, so I think Newcastle deserve a lot of praise. They have knocked out both Manchester teams.
Dude.
And, obviously, City's a lot harder than United is right now.
Yeah, even with their second string squad or whatever they
exactly.
play.
And then getting into the game, honestly, I'm lost. As a United fan, I'm lost. The team is terrible. Okay, let's get into it. So Newcastle started basically a B team for this game. They had Dubravka in goal. I think they had a backup centre back playing in the mid. It was a full-on B team. And
they rested people for the Arsenal game.
And United didn't. United played a very strong squad going into this. We had Onana. We didn't make any major changes. Although I will say we didn't play Rashford, which a lot of people would be good for.
Yeah.
We did play Garnacho though, and I've been saying for a while, Nacho is useless when he starts. He's still too young and still too raw to go. And obviously Livramento is a good defender.
Yeah.
But golly, Garnacho could not get past him the entire match.
He needs to be an impact player.
He really does need to be an impact player. But taking nothing away from Newcastle, they were good. They won 3-0. I got to give a shout out to my boy Lewis Hall. I've been a fan of him since I watched him play one game for Chelsea last season. He's going to be a star. I know, I was really must to me, him and Cole Palmer, they are going to be stars. No matter what happens, those two players are going to be stars. But yeah, United, nothing. There were no positive takeaways from this Newcastle game. Absolutely none.
I remember Anthony was frustrating you quite a bit in this game.
Yeah, look, Anthony is Anthony. He does Anthony things. I'm more mad at the defense, to be honest. I cannot believe we conceded 3 goals to a Newcastle B team.
Yeah.
I like the low. But in the past 2 games, he has been completely exposed. In the City game, we had 2 attacks come down from his side and they scored. In this game, I think there was 1 attack that came directly from his side and they scored. I think Basaka is still injured, although I think he did come on as a sub in this game, and the subs made a big difference. Bruno coming on, Basaka coming on, they made big differences, but not big enough to do anything clearly.
Yeah.
We did have Casemiro as captain in this game, which I think a lot of United fans will be happy with, because I think a lot of people don't like Bruno's attitude. Captain. So the unfortunate part of that is Casemiro came off at halftime with an injury.
Yeah.
So our best player on the night, and also our captain on the night, ended up going off at halftime with an injury.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Not ideal. You guys were already down at the time, eh?
We're already dealing with an injury crisis at this team. We can't have Casemiro out again.
Yeah.
It's getting bad. It's getting bad. I'm seeing a lot of people turning on Ten Hag now. I know I mentioned it after the City game.
No, but it's happening more. It's happening rapidly now.
And it's the media. Media pundits. Everyone is turning on Ten Hag. They are all blaming Ten Hag. We can't blame Ten Hag. It's the players. These players are good enough to win a fucking Carabao Cup game against Newcastle's B side. That is for sure.
And it's not like you guys. I always say this when it comes to managers. You can't fault them for players not finishing chances. United they are playing well enough to create chances. They're doing nothing with these chances.
Although, to be honest, in this Newcastle game, there weren't a lot of chances. Genuinely, we didn't trouble Dubravka at all.
Yeah, fair enough. But that's what I'm saying. When they're moving the ball, they're not doing what they need to in the final third when it matters.
Yeah, for sure.
But the players that they have, you can get in that box, bro.
We should be winning. We should be winning these games. We should be at least fucking going toe-to-toe with Newcastle. It shouldn't be 3-0 against Newcastle's B team. But yeah, there is a loud vocal minority that is heavily Ten Hag out, and we can't do that. As United fans, we've been through this cycle before. We can't keep having a manager for 3 seasons and then he leaves on the 3rd season because it's so bad. You can't have one good season, a shit season, and then the 3rd season he's out. We can't keep doing that cycle.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
it's an expensive cycle.
Exactly. The team has no money. There is no other option. We can't get Ten Hag out because we're going to pay him out of his contract. We can't get a new manager in because we're going to pay him into a new contract, and we got to buy new players for the manager.
Yeah.
That physically isn't going to work. The team doesn't have enough money. Rooney, in an interview or something, he also said he said, yeah, it's a tough gig, managing United, whatever. But even Rooney himself said this has to be on the players. These players are not giving in. They're not giving it all. They're not giving in effort. They've completely given up. To be honest,
Rooney's one silverware with worse.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Genuinely.
He's genuinely one silverware with worse.
I honestly at this point I'm tempted to just go kick the first team out. Let's bring the under 21s in. We'll keep a set few players, but
just
honestly,
see something new.
These players need to go. These are the same players that got other managers fired. Martial,
true,
Rashford,
actually.
Bruno. These are literally the same players that got
That's
other.
very true.
So we can't. United fans, I don't think United fans necessarily are the ones calling for Ten Hag out. I know some of them are, but I do think general public, a lot of them are calling for Ten Hag out.
Damn. I do know. I have seen some United fans online calling for it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some, but I'm calling it the vocal minority.
Yeah, they're radicals.
Because anyone that has seen this happen before, which is most United fans at this point, know exactly what's going on. We keep seeing these players give up on their manager, and then the manager gets fired.
Yeah.
Then we get a new manager, one good season. Next season is shit. New manager in.
Yeah, it's a really shit cycle.
No, that's why I think we need to start blaming the players. I'm over blaming Ten Hag. Yes, he's made a lot of mistakes. I personally don't agree with a lot of shit Ten Hag's done. I didn't agree with him kicking Ronaldo out. Yeah. I didn't agree with him kicking De Gea out. There were a lot of decisions.
Did you agree with him bringing Evans back?
No, not really, actually. Although Evans, the thing with
I know you understood because of the injuries and all that.
The thing with Evans is he's actually been decent. I can't put any of this blame on Johnny Evans, to be honest.
That's true.
He should have never played in the City derby, for sure.
Not started at least. Like.
He shouldn't even have played against Newcastle, to be honest. I think we have to stick with Ten Hag. There is no other option.
That's the reality.
But it's not looking good. Shit is bleak at United right now. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. We'll get into the predictions now, but I'm going to give you a spoiler. I don't think we'll win.
Look, it is obviously disappointing to go out of any cup for any team. And you guys weren't alone on the night. We've got really bad luck when we watch our teams play at the exact same time.
Yeah, for some reason I was fucking...
For some reason, bro. It's terrible. But yeah, so side by side, I watched Arsenal go down to a very, very hard-working West Ham.
Yeah.
This is one of those games where it's full on just all credit to West Ham, bro. Arsenal played shit. Declan Rice, I'm sure, had hoped for a much more
At least the crowd were giving him standing ovations.
It was wonderful. Yeah. It was cool to see. The crowd was dope, but yeah, man, that game was hard to watch. Aaron Ramsdale back in goal.
He didn't do well there. Conceding
3. And it's not even that I wholeheartedly blame him for all of the goals. I just kind of feel like for each of the goals,
he played a part, yeah.
God, it wasn't a good return to goal, bro. And I think David Raya, what I'm hoping for most from this game is that David Raya gets a little bit more confidence. Mm-hmm. He's looked a little shaky as of late. I think it's because he knows every time I make a mistake, Ramsdale's on the bench, so it makes sense for him to come in.
He's clapping for him.
But I think after seeing this game, I think he'll start the next game with a little bit more vigor, because he knows, hey, brah, I didn't get us knocked out of any cups.
I'm safe.
Yeah, it was tough, bro. I like the fact that we rested some players. I am disappointed we went out of the cup, but I do think we'd have bigger fish to fry. This season of all seasons, I think we have bigger fish to fry. I think the FA Cup is absolutely a priority now, because we have to win a trophy this season. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League.
I think for Arsenal's sake, they do have to win something.
I think for this growth, for the trajectory that the team is on, what it needs now is more silverware. We've got a FA Cup and a Community Shield before with Arteta, but that was fortunate, I think. No one expected it. Now people are expecting it. So now we've got to deliver on the expectations. And Yeah, man, this game was interesting. Obviously, Smith Rowe wasn't on the bench. Found out afterwards that he was injured, that's so annoying. But Havertz got more minutes. Vieira started.
He didn't do much of those
Nothing,
minutes.
bro. He did nothing. But then again, like I said, West Ham played a really good game. But even so, we should have done so much better than a 3-1 loss, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
Ooh, we should have done so much
That's
better
tough.
than a
Kudus
3-1
looked like a
loss.
house on fire, though.
He was like, it's almost like he was playing with the vendetta against us for not signing him, but for not pulling that trigger. But no, it was a well-deserved win for West Ham. Even they rested some players. They Ward Prowse didn't start.
They're playing fucking Bowen as a striker.
Yeah,
And it's,
I
it's
Bowen,
actually
bro.
working out for them.
I do like Jared Bowen. I'm sure it's going to give Southgate some ideas. But yeah, it was a walkover. I mean, obviously we did get one goal in the end through Odegaard, but no more than a consolation. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of okay with going out like this time. I'm kind of okay with it. We got a big game this weekend. I would much rather have gone out now with players rested than gone through but had like Saka come off with a injury or something. You know what I mean? So it's a gamble Arteta took, and he's gonna have to live by it because now it's one less piece of silverware to play for. And we move, bruh. We move, and we move on to, like I said, the Newcastle game. It is at St. James Park, and this game's a little bit of a worry, especially considering that Newcastle are going to come into this off of a serious high, now knocking out two Manchester clubs, like you said.
I think, obviously, we got to point out Liverpool did beat Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup game, and I think that's the final decider in Newcastle-Liverpool.
True.
Yeah.
True, because City's gone.
Yeah.
Spurs is gone. Arsenal's gone. Chelsea did beat Blackburn.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea are in it.
They beat Blackburn.
Yeah, Chelsea are in
Raheem
it.
Sterling scored his first Carabao Cup goal since 2020, I think it is. Like, it just shows you how long it's been since he played in this tournament, bro.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
No, Chelsea looked. I'm glad Chelsea won, but I don't see them getting to the finals, to be honest.
Yeah. Nah, look, either way. Newcastle versus Arsenal. It is a game with a lot on it because both of these clubs are fighting for Champions League places at the very least. Ethan, I'm going to ask you, based on what you've seen, right? You've watched enough of Arsenal this season. You've followed Newcastle closely enough. What are you expecting from this game here?
Well, to be honest, I think Newcastle did well by resting a lot of their players against United. I think they're going to come against Arsenal with a vengeance. Obviously, they did. Their last Premier League game was a draw against Wolves, 2-2 draw.
Yeah, but what a way to make up for it by beating Man United and knocking them out of a cup.
That's true. I actually think Newcastle wins at St. James
You think
Park.
so?
Yeah, I actually do think they win, to be honest.
Damn.
Yeah. I think Newcastle are firing on all cylinders right now. Arsenal are in a bit of an odd space, especially with their goalkeeper. And also, like, to be honest, like Ben White scored an own goal. Like
Yeah, I don't think he's not going to let that get
The
to him.
defense as a whole is kind of sketchy right now for Arsenal, in my opinion.
So look, the last two games that we've played, he's rested both Gabriel and Saliba in one of the games, right? Which I like. He's rested Tomiyasu in one of the games. He's rested Zinchenko in one of the games. Look, I think Tomiyasu starts Newcastle all day long. I think that's also why he was rested in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
But in terms of critiquing our defense in the last two games in particular, I'd say especially, I don't think it's a fair assessment yet because this weekend we're going to get our full strength, which is the back line that has conceded like one goal all season.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I do get that. But I think Newcastle's attack is just very good, to be honest.
And it is quite good at home. Their record at home actually is quite good. They've played 5-1-4, lost one. That loss was to Liverpool. And that loss was a late loss as well. Darwin Núñez scored a 93rd minute winner. But they've got an XG of 2.6 at home, which obviously shows that they know how to find the back of the net. And they've never not scored at home.
That's a good fucking stat.
They're also always first to score. And Arsenal are not. We are pretty much. We can always be first to concede. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially early, those random freak moments that we have
That's
in
what I
us.
was saying. My only logic is which team is more likely to make a mistake, and I think it's Arsenal.
I also think so because I mean, defensively, even Newcastle, they haven't given away any penalties this season.
No, and there haven't been any own goals
There
either.
haven't been any own goals. Like this is gonna be a tough wall to break down for Arteta. Because yes, Arsenal, we do look good going forward. And I will say we look very good at the back as well. When you got Gabriel and Saliba on the back line, I'm very happy with the setup there. Like you had said, the goalkeeper situation's a little bit sticky.
It's a little bit iffy, yeah.
Because I don't think we've got bad goalkeepers. We've just got goalkeepers who are capable of doing less than they should. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Away from home for Arsenal, we've looked very good. Played for 1-3, drew 1. But our XG away from home is only 1.5. So Newcastle defensively, I don't know, man. Like, we obviously play an attacking game. I think Eddie Howe knows better than to play on the front foot against us. He's seen teams get punished by that before. And we've seen Arsenal struggle to break down, like, defensively, like, structured teams. But I don't know. I think the fact that they are at home, Newcastle are going to leave some gaps. Martin Odegaard now getting a goal in the Carabao Cup, that should be a boost to his confidence. He's looked very, very average in the last few games.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that was a reminder of, hey, I'm the captain. You know, I should be the first name on the team sheet besides Bukayo Saka. So like I said, Saka was rested as well. So we're gonna have a lot of energy. It's just a matter of, can we outsmart that backline, because there's a lot of experience in that backline. And also set piece wise, I don't trust Arsenal defensively for set pieces, and Newcastle are a threat when it comes to set pieces. Kieran Trippier's got 6 assists this season.
Hectic.
6 assists, bro. So even if he's not scoring them,
He'll be involved.
bro. So I think it's gonna be interesting. Maybe out of bias, but look, we are unbeaten this whole season, so I do still have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna lean towards Arsenal, but I think it's gonna be very tight, and maybe one of those ones where Arsenal have to put on a real champions show and dig deep in the last minute or two. You know what I mean? But I think considering the players rested, considering the run of form that we are on, and considering the bounce back factor that we tend to see from this team now, I think we take this 3-1.
3-1?
Look, we've won the last 8 of the 10 games we've played against Newcastle, so
Yeah, I get that.
we've got their number.
Yeah, but you had their number. I think, again,
I know you knew it's a new Newcastle.
I never believe in, we've beaten them so many times. Because, I mean, when was the last time David Moyes beat Arsenal? 8 years or some shit?
That's true. It was, and that was a monumental achievement now for him. So
I think on game day, everything goes out the window. I think however many times you played
Fair
these guys
enough.
before, that goes
and
out the window.
I can't argue with that logic, but I'm someone that believes that these types of records make a difference to the players on the day. And I think that it makes a difference, and I think the difference is going to help us. It's work in our favor. And I think we'll get it, man. You think Newcastle, how much? 2-1?
I think Newcastle take this. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1.
And obviously the players to highlight on Arsenal, we said Odegaard, but Bukayo Saka is obviously one that you've got to look at.
Yeah, he's
Star boy.
Star boy.
Obviously offering up a lot of goals, a lot of assists. Martinelli, I don't know, fitness-wise, he was obviously rested as well, so that's good for us. But either way, Newcastle fullbacks are going to have their hands full at the very least. But on Newcastle's side,
it's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough, good game.
And I'm quite excited to see in the midfield that battle there, because Bruno Guimaraes is looking super good this season.
He is.
And defensively, offensively, he's got the whole package. So yeah, it's gonna be a mad game, proper back and forth. I think a proper back and forth. But look, let's get into your boys.
Speaking of back and forth, so yeah, the first game on the Saturday, Fulham United at Fulham's home. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna win, but I think we'll draw.
Opening the weekend. Do you like opening the weekend?
I don't mind, to be honest.
I hate it, bro.
I don't mind at all. I'm gonna say, I say it's a draw. I think these two teams are very similar. Like, I think even Fulham's home record and United's away record, I think it's exactly
Cancel
the same.
each other out.
Yeah, I think it is literally exactly the same. I think it's the same goal scored. I think United may have conceded more goals, but I think it's the same goal scored, and I think it's the same amount of games won. I think United have won 2 away games. I think Fulham have won 2 home games. So it's very similar. And sticking with that, I think the game itself, it's going to be so close. I think this will, because of how I think both teams' issue is goal scoring.
Yeah.
Both of these teams seem to not be able to score goals. I just think Fulham will actually be able to score one against us. No. Whether it's an Onana mistake or a defensive mistake or whatever, I think United is probably more prone to making mistakes than Fulham right now.
So you think a draw, but a draw with goals?
I think there will be like one goal that splits this. If somebody wins, I think it'll be 1 goal, and if it's a draw, I think it'll be like 0-0, 1-1. I think this is going to be a low-scoring, close game. It shouldn't be, but I think that's exactly how it's going to be.
It's another game that I think is going to be decided in the midfield, and United's midfield, I don't know so much. Like, it's a matter of there's been a lot of rotation there.
Yes,
But
that's also due to injuries.
Yeah.
And we have so many centre mids.
that's true, eh?
What I would like to see is I expect Rashford to play. Obviously, he didn't play in the Carabao Cup game. We started Nacho and he did piss poor. So what I would like to see though is just switch the wings. Put Anthony on the left. Put Rashford on the right. Let's get some crosses into Hoyland.
Yeah.
Let's get some support to him. I'm tired of players cutting in and shooting.
That's true. Bring Sancho back.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck Sancho. And the way we avoid players stopping from shooting is put them on the side where they can cross in. Anthony's left-footed. Put him on the left. If you put him on the right, he's always going to cut in and go for a shot. Same thing with Rashford.
And
He's always going to do that.
You'll know what's coming.
Exactly. I think, honestly, it sounds small, but I think it'll make a huge difference if we just switch them.
It could make a huge difference.
I'm genuinely tired of wingers cutting in. I'm so tired of that system. Let's just get some right-footed people on the right, left-footed people on the left. Let's throw the ball into Hoyland. He's big, he's tall, he's strong.
Yeah.
Let's see what the boy can do.
Yeah. I'm with it.
I think, obviously, Casemiro, it seems like he is injured now. He went off at halftime.
Yeah.
So that probably means Amrabat's in whatever. I think Amrabat's okay, to be honest.
You don't think they'll make it permanent?
Look, I mean, judging by Sabitzer last season, he was very okay as well. I think right now Amrabat is doing just as okay as Sabitzer
I think
was.
Sabitzer did more.
You think he did more? Well,
I think he
again,
did
though,
more.
we saw a lot. It's only been like
Fair
a
enough.
handful of
That's
games
true.
so
That's
far.
true. And we've seen Amrabat in different positions as well.
Yeah. We've seen. I'm still waiting to get once Casemiro's fit. I'm hoping that a midfield of Casemiro and Amrabat will do something.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it'll just be Amrabat. I don't want to see McTominay, to be honest. I get Bruno in there, and I would like to see Mount.
Yeah.
I think he was decent in the Newcastle game. And honestly, if we can't find a spot for Mount, instead of putting Bruno on the right wing all the time so we can fit Mount in the middle, let's put Mount on the wing.
Yeah, switch it up.
Let's switch it up. Let's put Mount on the wing.
He can play out
He's
wide.
played at the wing at Chelsea. Let's put him on the wing.
Yeah.
Defensively, we got to get Pasaka in there. I like the low. Obviously, he scored that screamer the other day. But defensively,
You don't need a screamer from
he's-
him in this
he's
game.
not
You need someone defensively sound, yeah.
The thing is, we might need a screamer. Because United's top... If we had to make a front three of United's top goal scorers right now,
Yeah.
that front three would be Casemiro, McTominay, and Maguire.
That is bizarre.
How fucking insane is that?
That's bizarre.
The fact that those three are top goal scorers, it speaks volumes, bro.
The usual suspects.
Dude, it speaks volumes. Also, what's funny is 2 out of 3 of those guys were meant to be sold last season.
2 out of 3 of those guys were like begged to be sold by the fans, bro.
And now they're top goal scorers. Our strikers, or our front three, I should say, need to start fucking scoring goals, dude. I'm tired. I am so tired. And I think a lot of United fans are too. I'm tired of watching these players go in the front and just shoot from outside the box. Bruno, Rashford, Anthony, they all just shoot from... And it's the that tells you how little faith these players have.
That is true.
That
The confidence
they are
levels
willing to just yeet a fucking shot from outside the box. Just, hey, why not?
Yeah.
It's terrible. We need more structure. We need more...
You can't have why not attitudes.
No,
there
you
now.
can't. Especially, you can't have all fucking 4 of our attackers have that exact same attitude. They need to form some kind of communication, form some kind of bond, get some structural play in the team, rather than just, hey, get a ball, yeet it.
Damn, man.
I do think we'll draw, though. I think this will be either a 0-0 or 1-1. I think it'll be a draw, though.
I am going to give this a 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
I'm going to say 2-1 United. I know we are saying that they've got their problems. I know Fulham aren't the toppest of tier teams.
Look, I think Fulham's right where we United's a mid-table team. I think Fulham is a mid-table team. This is going to be very close.
That's a very, very like raw assessment.
I know.
And I respect it. I respect it. Because
Look,
I've been in your shoes. I've done that before as well.
Yes.
Or when Arsenal were busy fighting it out for 8th place, we were a mid-table team.
I've said it for a while now. United
You
is a
have.
mid-table team.
You have,
That the City United derby is basically a Merseyside derby at this point. It's basically Liverpool Everton.
I still think Rashford coming into this game, that gets you at least 2 goals against Fulham. I think Rashford gets you.
After he hasn't, you know Rashford has taken the most shots this season and he scored 1 goal.
I still think
Statistically, he has taken the most shots out of any player in the Premier League, and he's got 1 goal to show for that.
maybe he just needed a break. He just needed 1 game's break. You heard it, Joe.
I think he's gonna need a couple games.
Rashford brace coming against Fulham, yo.
Wow.
Rashford brace at Craven Cottage.
Dude, if you want to bet on that, you'd probably make a fuck ton of cash.
Yeah, that's true. Eh? I should take my own advice here. Yes, sis. West Ham are going to look to get back to winning ways against Brentford. They are playing away from home this time. And Brentford obviously coming into this with a 2-0 win against Chelsea.
That's pretty good. At Chelsea's home.
At Stamford Bridge, yeah. So now that they are at home, the fans are going to be there to be super hyped.
Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be a tough game for West Ham.
West Ham just took a big win against Arsenal.
They also took a fucking L to Everton before that.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
they're playing...
I think West Ham is a complete toss-up right now. I think
that is true.
The results they've been getting and the way they're playing, I'd never know what's going to happen. With that being said, though, I am predicting a draw for this.
I also think a draw.
Yeah,
I think a draw is fair.
Brentford look good. West Ham look okay. I'm going draw.
I think I'm going draw. I actually say 2-2. I think there's goals in this. 2-2.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah.
1-1. Burnley hosting Crystal Palace. Your boys,
My
Ethan.
boys.
Your boys.
And this has got to be a win for Palace. I'm
They
sorry.
need it against
Burnley have looked piss poor. Vincent Kompany is going to get fired. I think if there was ever a time, Palace looked surprisingly good against Tottenham last week.
Yeah, but...
I know they lost.
No, but the thing is, remember, I told you Selhurst Park is a hard place to go.
Yeah, well, who gives a shit? Burnley has been the biggest disappointment of the season so far. Everyone came in praise. Oh, Vincent Kompany, possession, but they dominated the champ. They've done fuck all. I don't think they've scored a single goal this season. No, they have, but they have done nothing.
Are you just mad because they aren't playing
Lyle Foster?
I
am.
Until he's back in the team, you're not gonna back them.
I think he's injured though.
Yeah.
I do think Palace win this though.
Yeah, I think 2-0.
I said we. I said Palace we. Ooh, something's changed.
You really are.
I'm having a change of heart right now. Palace has to win this.
That's
Genuinely, they have to win this. I think this is one of the few games where even without Eze, even without Olise, they still have a chance of winning.
2-0, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0. They need a clean sheet.
Yeah,
if you're not giving a clean sheet against Burnley.
And I actually think defensively, Palace have looked pretty good. I think much like a lot of teams this season, the only issue is attacking. They don't have many people that score goals. I actually don't think he has. I've seen him once or twice. I don't think he's been inconsistent.
It's tough out here, bro.
Yeah, it is tough.
It's tough out here. Speaking of Everton, who beat West Ham, you said earlier, they are hosting Brighton.
You know, this is actually surprisingly hard for me
because now Everton are starting to find something.
And Brighton are looking weird. They're coming off of a 1-1 draw against Fulham.
Yeah, although my boy
Fergie.
My boy Fergalicious.
There's a lot of rotation happening in that Brighton squad.
Yes.
I don't know if that necessarily helps them though. I think in a game like this, this is genuinely the one game this week where I'm stumped. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm honestly.
You want to lean towards Everton.
I do want to lean towards Everton.
You want to lean towards Everton.
I genuinely want to lean towards Everton, which is stupid because I know they're not going to win this. But yeah, I'm going to say Everton win 1-0.
I am going to say the inverse and say Brighton.
That's smart.
1-0. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to say Brighton 2-1 because Calvert-Lewin, I love that he's scoring again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it continues, bro. I think that's going to be a 2-1 just for the sake of giving Everton a goal in this.
Mm.
After that, we got Manchester City hosting Bournemouth. Walkover?
Complete walkover. I'm sorry,
At
Bournemouth.
the Etihad.
Who's Bournemouth's manager?
I have no idea.
He's also getting fired. City are gonna fucking smash them. I'm gonna go City 4-1.
I'm gonna say 4-0.
Okay.
Genuine, bro.
That's fair.
I'm going to say 4-0. And I think, we're getting an unselfish Erling Haaland now. That's scary.
He's always been unselfish.
You did say that.
I've been saying this for fucking years, bro. Well, he's only played for 1 year. But I've been saying this for a long time. Erling Haaland is the complete striker. Everyone thinks he's not. He is. I'm telling you, he is. He can assist, he can run, he can shoot.
I still beg to differ, but I understand why you say that. That's a walkover. After that, Sheffield United at home to Wolves.
This is actually surprisingly tough too. Obviously, you'd think Wolves win this.
No, I know Wolves win this because
I'm
back to back in those fuckers because they're starting to look like they remember how to play each week now. They don't forget whenever a next game comes around.
For those playing fantasy, Neto is apparently injured.
Shit.
So bear in mind, this is going to be a Wolves without Neto.
But they still have the Korean guy.
Yeah, they do still have the Korean guy. That's the thing. I think
he's enough.
Yeah, I think even without Neto, I am still gonna give a Wolves.
Sheffield United lost 8-0 at home. Okay.
Yeah.
Wolves are they're going to mop it, bruh. I think it's a 3-0 Wolves.
Yo, I'm not going to say mop. I'm not going to say 3-0.
I think 3-0 Wolves. I saw Arsenal mop them not too long ago. We saw Man City kind of get by them a while ago. But I think that Wolves are good. I think literally this Sheffield United team, excuse me, I think
You're
they are
getting
cooked.
emotional.
Yeah, I think they're fried, bro.
Yeah.
They are cooked.
Even without Neto.
They are not coming into any game with any sense of hope or belief, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Genuine.
gonna listen to that. I'm saying Wolves win this. I'll go 2-0.
2-0?
2-0.
I think 3-0 Wolves.
This
Then
is
we've
the
got
Sunday
on to
games.
Sunday. And we got I think this is going to be an interesting one. More interesting than it should be. Nottingham Forest at home to Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa have been having a lot of good evenings.
Mm-hmm.
They've been having some of the best evenings. And last time out, they beat Luton 3-1.
Yeah,
I was very, very, very happy for the score. Very disappointed for my fantasy league because my defense obviously conceded unnecessarily. But, dude, this is going to be a good game. I think Villa take it, but I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, I guess Forest did lose 3-0 in their last game to Liverpool.
Yeah, fuck, it's Liverpool. And that was at Anfield, was it not?
Yeah, it was at Anfield.
Yeah, that's a write-off.
I think even with it being at Forest home, you gotta go Villa. You'd be hard pressed to bet against them, against any given team, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna go Villa. I'll say Villa win this, like 3-0, somewhere there.
Damn, I think 2-1. I think 2-1 to Villa. 2-1 to Villa. I don't think they get a shout out. Luton.
This is going to be a shutout.
Luton at home to Liverpool.
Yeah, this is if you got Liverpool players in your fantasy league.
If you've got Mo Salah,
yeah.
If you've got Mo Salah in your fantasy
definitely
league.
captaining Mo Salah this week. Or can I triple captain him? Because I would if I could. Luton at home to Liverpool. Yeah, this is Liverpool all day. We don't even need to talk about
all day. So get him in your fantasy league team. Dominic, I think against a team like Luton.
Yeah, for sure. I think they'll smash him.
Ooh, bruh. I think this is a 4-0 Liverpool. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's gonna be high.
I think it's 4-0.
I'll also go like 3-4-0.
No.
A game that will be much closer and also is going to end off this week is Spurs at home to Chelsea.
Now, I'm hoping Chelsea does the world a favor here.
Here's the thing though. I would rather have Tottenham win this league than Man City.
Yeah, as gross as it sounds for you to say that. You've said that before.
With that being said, let's hope this winning train keeps on going. Tottenham is gonna need to get as big a lead as possible against City before City start like running through shit.
That's true.
So it's at Spurs home. Fuck, I think Spurs win this.
I don't. I think Chelsea's record against Spurs is good enough.
Oh, here we go with records.
I believe in the record, bro. I believe in the records. I think Chelsea's record and Sterling's record against Spurs in general is actually very good. So yeah. So I think that Chelsea are going to take this. I think this is Chelsea's one-off. It's their one for the month, the one impressive show before they dip back into the usual turmoil. I think this is it, bro. I think this is their pick-me-up game. Spurs is Chelsea's Funaki.
That's a bold statement because also Funaki is one of the greats. So
no, I'm going Chelsea.
Wow.
3-1.
Wow.
3-1.
Even after the fucking Arsenal game where they completely fell off in the second half.
What? You don't have to fall off. You don't have to worry about falling off against Spurs because Spurs fall off for you.
I don't think Spurs fall off at all.
I don't know. Like I said,
I think Spurs only start falling off once players start getting injured.
Like I said, I still think that Spurs are this is going to catch up to them. And I think that a game against Chelsea is a game where they do start to get a lot more exposed than they've been in recent weeks. They've had some decent teams to play against lately.
And I would firmly put Chelsea in that decent category.
I think that they are decent except for when they're going up against Spurs. Then they look a little...
That's like, you're going to say, United does well when we play City.
United,
and then we lose 3-0 to City.
Above. Hey, man.
Chelsea do well against Spurs. Watch them lose 3-0 to Spurs.
I will... Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm standing by 3-1 Chelsea, bro. I'm
going fucking 2-0 to Spurs.
No.
Yeah.
I know I've been criticizing Chelsea's players finishing, and I may be hopeful here.
I think Tottenham's defense has been so
Christian Romero's been solid, bro.
Van der Ven's been good. Pedro Porro's been good. I think Tottenham's defense as a whole, Vicario included,
that's true. And look,
much better than Chelsea.
Not only that, but also going forward, Son has been on fire. Maddison always looks good when he's on the pitch. Richarlison is looking more confident. So there are a lot of players to watch. I just think that from Chelsea's side, like I said, this is a tailor-made game for Sterling. And also, Reece James came on and only played 60 minutes in the Blackburn game. So you know he's starting this game. Yeah. And Reece James is going to be a big player.
He'll be injured by next week.
As long as he gets injured after this game, or if he gets injured after giving Chelsea the win against Spurs, I can live with it, bro. I think he's a hell of a player. And I think that Chelsea are going to find some joy, man. They're going to get some joy in this game. Genuine.
And then just to touch on Fantasy League this week, hopefully I can find some joy. I don't think I'm going to though. It's the top 4 is looking very tight. Logan had a good week last week.
Solidinho.
I don't think I'm gonna have a good week this week.
I actually am very scared for my team this week as well.
Like I said, I have Lyle Foster in my team. He is injured. I'm gonna have to find a way to replace him. But also he's cheap as hell. So who the fuck am I gonna replace him with?
And I just put Ben White in my team.
And he's got an own goal. Look, yeah, I've got a lot of Newcastle players in my team. They're playing Arsenal. That's gonna fuck me. If basically everyone except for Salah and my Man City players.
Yeah,
I think Man City are gonna smash Bournemouth. I've got Haaland and Alvarez. I think it's a fair toss up to captain Haaland this week against Bournemouth. If you don't have Salah, go for it. I think even if you do have Salah, it's worth looking at.
I'm a captain Darwin.
You get an Darwin against Luton.
Darwin, he's in form. Bro.
I know he scored again.
Look, let me ask you just before you close. Help your boy out here, okay? Goalkeeper wise, who would you go with? Vicario against Chelsea or Leno against United?
That is actually very tough, eh? That is, golly, that's so tough. Look, I think any given day, Vicario is a good shout, no matter who they're playing against.
Yeah. Bear in mind, you did predict a clean sheet win for Spurs.
Yeah, I did predict a clean win. I think there's always a chance United can find a moment and score.
Yeah.
That is usually how we get our goals.
And there's
the
always
low
a
scores
chance
are fucking
that
screamer.
Leno can find a moment and concede.
So with that being said, I think Vicario is the safer bet, Logs.
Alright.
Yeah, I think he's the safer bet.
Locked in. I'll go with Vicario. I'll take you. Even though I predicted the Chelsea win, I'll happily take the L on FPL if it means that Chelsea win and Spurs' unbeaten streak comes to an abrupt end. Thank you guys for watching the show. As always, let us know in the comments what you guys think for this weekend. And we will catch you guys in the next one.